Happy Monday, everybody. It's Maximizing Monday. I wanted to jump on and share. How you guys doing? Y'all, I always thank you guys for coming, taking your time out to plug into the live to get empowered. Sylvia, DST Crafting, thanks for joining. Eric, thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for always showing up with love and support. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? Deanna, Renee, Robert. Thank you guys for joining. Break the cycle. I know that's right. Harvest Johnson, thanks for joining. Yeah. So y'all, I wanted to jump on and do my Maximizing Monday. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Not because I'm doing it, but it's gonna be good. Brenda, Beverly, Charles, you guys, Anita, thank you guys in advance for the hearts, the gifts, and if you decide to share this live with somebody you love or like or respect. So I wanted to just recap if you guys are new here. I am on day 43, declaration 43. I am literally maximizing the next 90 days, the power of words. Leslie, thanks for joining. Mickey, thanks for joining. So over the next 90 days, y'all, I'm doing what you call a power words challenge. If you had not jumped on board, you want to jump on board. Here's why. Doing the power of words challenge literally sets a foundation for your life, like for your whole life. Like life and death is in the power of our tongue, right? What we speak, we shall eat the fruit thereof, right? That's positive, negative, life or death, ugly or indifferent, right? But what better way, right? Hey, Darlena, thanks for joining, hon. What better way? 3 kids glow. Stephen, thanks for joining. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. God bless you. But what better way to start your day out with speaking power words over your life, you making them a declaration over your life? And y'all, I always tell you, you do not have to just do one declaration. You can do multiple declarations. But the 3 entities that we're focusing on was faith, wisdom, and wealth. Look around you. Look at your leadership and your administration that's going on in leadership per se. Not our house, but the other house. On certain code words you can't say on here. But we got to get back to us. Like, we got to get back to Black Wall Street. We got to get back to us as a people. You know, there was a time, and this is Black History Month, y'all. So there was a time where y'all know the story, right? It was Black Wall Street. We had our own doctors, we had our own lawyers, businesses, hospitals, you name it. So Darlena, you know what? You know what? If you break away one weekend, I will bring you to Myrtle Beach with me, and I will let my aunt walk you through that whole entire process. That'll be a good weekend to get out and do that. Thank you guys for the hearts and likes. I appreciate the gifts. God bless you. May God bless you 100 million fold. But y'all, remember last week, the recap, right? Big brother. What's going on, big brother? Big LA. I think I seen, did I see Real pop on? I think I seen Real pop on too. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the hearts and likes. I appreciate it. God bless you. But last Maximizing Monday, I was talking about we got to find a way, even if you just starting out a month, $50, you got to find a way to invest and grow your money, right? We got to get back to what God promised us. And faith without works is dead. So where there's power words that's released in the atmosphere of your life and you make them a declaration, they're going to come instructions and principle behind them. You're going to know the specific instructions to do, and there's principles that's going to be applied behind all that, right? Y'all, we can set $50 aside to invest. Literally, we can. And I share ways with you guys where you can find money right in your house. So there are ways to set $50 aside to invest. We got to get back to it, y'all. We got to get back to it. So we can't have in our vocabulary, oh, I don't have it. What you mean? You're the first one. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate it. Yes, I absolutely join your team. So we got to get back to our truth. We got to get back to, us as a people looking in that mirror and literally making sure we do everything we possibly can that we don't struggle with identity crisis. That person that's looking back at you, you got to decree and declare power words over that person. You got to decree and declare the power words over your life, over your family life. You got to decree and declare it over your business. You got to decree and declare it over your vision. You have to decree and declare it in every area of your life. Y'all, we cannot be scared to ask God or believe God for the unseen. We cannot be scared. We got to believe and we got to ask. Remember, I always share with y'all, ASK. Acts is a form of faith. We have not because we ask not. We have to ask. We cannot be afraid to use our pen and use our faith power to write it out. We cannot. We got to write it out, y'all. We have to write it out. If it's $100,000 a week that you want to make, write that down. Right, Reverend Samuel? Write it down. Appreciate the hearts and likes you guys. God bless you. What I mean, like, we have unlimited access to the source, the ultimate source. And that ultimate source is God. We have unlimited access to kingdom keys that we can use. The kingdom keys will work, y'all, if we work them. Kingdom keys will work, y'all, if we work them. Right? Y'all, we cannot be scared to ask. We cannot be scared to ask. We have a work to do, y'all. And some of our work is going to require finances. I'm going to tell you another thing that y'all probably don't have written down that you should have written down. You should have, one of your decorations should be, I decree and declare supernatural debt wipeout. I decree and declare supernatural debt wipeout. Listen, you should have whatever debt collectively, you should have that number written down, and you should always have it on you somewhere. Let me tell you why. You never ever know who's gonna be the one to come write that number. Say, here, God told me to bless you with this check. He told me this specific amount number. This gonna free you so you'll be able to bless other people. Supernatural debt wipeout. If your total debt is $150,000, what? You don't have that written out? You don't know who got your blessing. You don't know who is operating in favor that has your blessing. That's gonna come and say, right, Darlena? Hey, Darlena, I don't know what you're working on, but God knows what you're working on. I heard this number and I'm writing you this check. Right? Right, big brother Lance. Like, I mean, why we don't have this stuff written down? We want it to happen. We want it to come to pass, but we don't even have it written down. The minute you write it down, God gonna give you a plan. He gonna give you instructions. He's gonna give you instructions. How do I know this? Because I experienced it. It happened to me over and over and over and over and over again. Right? Lance said, I'm writing it down right now. I know that's right, Lance. Write it down, y'all. I was doing a family prayer call with my family for years, right? And sometimes when I would pray, certain ideas would drop in my spirit while I'm praying, right? One of my cousins, I was beginning to talk about supernatural debt wipeout and writing it down. What's that number? What's that number look like, right? Even if you go down and you write the list out, right? Well, y'all, one of her debt wipeout items was a $7,000 credit card. How many of you know if you paid a minimum payment on a credit card, it almost feel like it's gonna take you forever to pay that thing off? Well, let me tell you what happened. She came back to the next prayer call and testified, say, hey, you know, when you talk about supernatural debt wipeout, I was just obedient. I just moved. I began to just write everything out. And one of the biggest credit card bills I was worrying about was this $7,000 credit card. She said it supernaturally got wiped out. So she started tripping. Like, let me just call, like, this a joke. No, this for real. This is how faith works. She called 3 times trying to find something wrong with that debt being wiped out. Well, the 3rd time she confirmed it. That credit card was wiped out. She don't know who paid it, but it said paid in full. And it was legitimate increments amount of money that was paid on that card. Paid. And it had the of the amount, the tender that was paid for the debt, right? Me, for example, I had an appendix surgery when I was younger, and my mom did not have the money to help me finish paying that surgery bill. The surgery bill was $15K left on that bill. Y'all, I cannot make this up. When I tell you I had wrote down on a piece of paper, God's favor, that this operation bill is paid in full. Y'all, a doctor, are y'all listening? A doctor paid my bill off in full and used it as a tax write-off. Did you hear what I just said? Do you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? A doctor paid a $15,000 operation bill off our credit. Well, at the hospital. He went to the hospital and paid it. Listen, y'all, write it down. Write it down. God shall supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. All mean all. Matthew 6:33. Seek thee first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto us. Everything mean everything, y'all. Everything mean everything. Everything means everything. I have some stuff written out in my vision book right now. And thank you. Oh, Darlene, thank you. Thank you for the gifts and hearts, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Y'all, in my vision book, I had some stuff written out for 2025. What I'm believing in faith to happen. Right? Y'all, some of that stuff already started coming to pass. I'm talking about, I'm going to come back and testify. Like when I tell you, even being on this 90-day Power Words Challenge, y'all, let me tell y'all something. When you write that vision and make it plain, there's some more chapters in your life that need to be written. And we cannot keep putting our pen down. And then you look on your paper, it's blank. What you mean? What you mean you don't deserve it? We probably all don't deserve it, but God promised it to us. We have to write it down. We have to make it plain. We have to use this pen as faith power. Y'all, I got to come back and testify about some things that God is working out. But I can't prematurely testify because only a portion of it is done. I got to wait till it completely all pan out. And I'm going to come back and testify. Y'all, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You have power in your DNA. You are in a season, you are in a life where you can decree and declare it in faith. You're walking in such a power that it ignites greatness in your life. If you say right now for it to be done, y'all, it's going to be done. This is why we got to be careful what we speak, what we say. And what my declaration today was, declaration 43, day 43, was that the power of our thought patterns. Don't you know it's power even in your very thoughts? It's so much power in your thoughts that although you're thinking it and you can't touch it or see it, sometimes in less than 24 to 72 to 48 hours, it's happening. Hey, sis Fern, how you doing? It's happening, y'all. I'm great. How are you, sis? It's happening. Like, even when money don't serve the purpose, God's divine favor on your life will. I promise you. Hear me out. Where you feel like money don't open up that particular door, God's divine favor will. I'm just saying. I'm not telling you nothing I heard. I'm telling you something I live every day. I'm telling you something that I live every day. It's because God's word is so powerful. It's sharper than a two-edged sword, piercing to the marrow of the very bone in our body. But this is what we got to understand. Hey, Mama Talia, how are you? This is what we got to understand, y'all. Because God made us in his image and his likeness, we have the power to speak a decree a thing and it shall be established. In the book of Genesis, when the world was without form or void, God literally spoke in faith power. He spoke in faith and it happened. But guess who he chose to make in his image and likeness? And we have the same power to speak a decree a thing in faith and it shall be done. We do. We do. We do. We do. We do. Right, Mama Talia? We do. We have the power to speak and decree a thing and it shall be established. We can no longer afford to allow our words that we speak against God's promises, against God's blessing, to play Russian roulette with the power that God has given us. We fooling ourselves. I heard somebody spoke something, and this is how being on the Power Words Challenge, Mama Talia, you can jump in at any time to share. The Power Words Challenge I've been on, it's making me literally sensitive to the spirit around me, like even the very people, like my ears are hearing differently. They're hearing on a dimensional level. So when I hear somebody say something that I know can literally destroy that area in their life, man, listen, I have to speak up and say, hey, you need to uproot that seed you just said. That's a seed. Uproot that word you just said and replant it with 10 more power words. Heavenly man, God bless you. Thank you for joining. You guys that just came on and I didn't see the chat was going so fast. God bless you. Thank you for the gifts, the hearts. I appreciate it. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for joining. So this is the conscience that is raised in the power of your thoughts. Like declaration today on today, day 43, declaration 43, about the power of your thought patterns. The power of your thought patterns. We have to think on things that appear just enough a good report. Okay. All right, Mama Zalia. So, I mean, y'all, this is serious. This is serious. Like, what we speak, we shall eat the fruit thereof. This is very serious. What we think, we become. We give power to the very thing we think. Like, we are ignited with so much power within us. It goes beyond electricity. It goes beyond voltage. It goes beyond frequency. Like, when power is ignited in our DNA like we are, this is how God created us, right? It goes, so far beyond what we really think that it is. Let me help you. So, because we are literally a bolt of electricity, we are literally a bolt of lightning, we're literally a high voltage of power. Don't you know what you speak? Every organ in your body has to respond. Did you hear what I just said? Like, every word that we speak, y'all, every word, every word that we speak, it has to respond to power. Every word we speak has to respond to every organ in our body has to respond. So, for example, if you having sickness in your body, right? You can have a high frequency of voltage that goes through your body when you decree and declare Isaiah 53:5 over your body. By Jesus' stripes, you are healed. By Jesus' stripes, you are healed. That sickness has to obey what you spoke. So, in other words, when you speak to the sickness, it has to obey you. Period. So what happens is when you begin to speak,